Good morning, people. Welcome to build day 4. Spanish lingo cuatro. Welcome to build day cuatro. Just getting out here. It's about 9:30 in the morning. And I thought I'd give you kind of a walkthrough of what we got done yesterday. I tried to do it last night with all the shadows and lighting and everything. It wasn't as good. I know, it's hard to see things. I'm standing right now in my staging area, which I'm going to have to get moved around. One of the things on the list today is I've got my photo gallery hall, which is going to be running right through here, and the pirate display. I need to get the partition walls. I got a few there and a lot there. I need to start getting those put up. And so we're going to be working on that today. I also did not make it into the gypsy display to get the fencing up. That's first on the list for today. We're going to get the the fencing up in the gypsy display, and then we'll go from there. Breakfast of the day. Let's see. Since I need some energy today, I think we're going to go with a sugar high for breakfast. We're going to do chocolate chip pancakes with blueberry syrup. And how about some fried eggs and some sausage links, breakfast links, and a big tall mug of chocolate milk. Like I said, pure sugar high. We need the sugar. Now let's take a look in here. We got the skins up yesterday in the witches display. And we got in here last night and got the fencing up for in here, as well as a fireplace out here, which has not been put together yet and won't be put together for a while yet. And then in the sewer room, I got the fencing up here for the bump out. We'll back up so you can get a little bit better view of it. And we got the fencing up over here in the torture chamber. And you can see a little bit. I tried to film this last night and it was a little too dark. You really couldn't see anything. But like I was saying last night, it's an odd shape. So it's going to be interesting getting the props in here. And we got a few of them in there. We need to get them all put together and working and everything. And like the fireplace and the witches display, that's going to be down the line. Over here, we got all the various pieces to the water wall and stuff in here, and as I've explained on that, can't do anything until I get the ponds in. Over here in the gypsy room, only thing that's been done in here is the base for the Ouija board. We got that done. And then out here, we got the blow-ups in. My wife still needs to get out here and get the burlap on the rose bush so I can get the tarp off of it. But get a little bit better look. There's our main display with a little kitty up there. So we got 3 of the blow-ups up. Also, you saw the props in there. We got some of the props out of the storage shed. Got those out here where they needed to go. So, it's been working. It's been a work in progress. But we're making progress out here. Also, like I said just a little bit ago, first step for today is to get the fences in for this display, and then we'll be hopping over working on the pirate display and the photo hall. So that's pretty much what's on the docket today. And I'm going to get the camera down and get my tools out, because you see I got my smokes, my lighter, my drink. I have no tools out here yet. I gotta go get all my tools out that I'm going to need. And with that being said, good morning all. Another semi-quick snippet for you, or the first one of the day, depending on how you're looking at it. We got the fence up in the gypsy display, and we had a design change. You notice I've got it coming out more like like an arrowhead, or a point. Originally, it was supposed to be 3 foot over, 3 foot out, 4 foot across, and then 3, back again, so they had more of a, turning to do. And we found, and that's the base for the Ouija board table there. the table was not going to fit in here with that fence design that I have. So we decided to go this way. Now we've got room. So we did a quick redesign on this. So for right now, this display is done. I'm not doing anything else in there today. It's going to be a couple of days. We got to get the props and stuff out. So probably be a week or two. The next one is the pirate display, which is this area here. I need to start getting partition walls up in here and getting this done. Now we've been busily at it. And we got the start of the photo hall in. And the mirror display will go here on this wall. They'll turn. There'll be a curtain and bam, into the pirate display. Then of course they go around the next corner and go into the witches display. So it's a start. All right, now I think it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. We'll be back out here in the next clip. Well, lunch is done, and I just did 2 quick little projects. First off, the car that was sitting here is now clear over there. It's out of the way. Trailer I've got hooked up to the trucks. Tomorrow afternoon we're going up to get some corn. How much, I have no idea. Sorry, car going by and it was noisy. But the trailer will be sitting right back there too. And then the truck will be parking out on the street, you know, so we can get the setup done. But we got that out of the way. And then when I was putting up the tent, not only did I forget to do the roofs, which you saw on day 1, I also forgot to do my tie straps, which crisscross it. The main purpose for those has always been, I've had maze walls out here. It gives me something to anchor the walls to on the top. Obviously this year, no maze walls out here. This is all going to be pond, but they serve another purpose too. I run rope from these, you know, crisscrossing the tent too, to hang my black lights on. And without that, the rope, if I tie it there and then tie it there, it sags in the middle. This keeps it from sagging as much, hopefully. So I got those put in. For now though, now that project's done, we're gonna get back to doing some partition walls. And I've got to finish the maze portion for the photo hall, get that done. And then I might do the corn hall too. Now that the other car isn't gonna be parked here, I can come out onto the driveway a little bit. But that thing was causing me problems. So I might put in the corn hall too, and then come back through, skin the pirate, skin the photo hall, and go from there. And to skin the corn, or the photo hall, and the pirate, that's going to require some extra work back at the storage shed, because I have some 4-foot by 4-foot panels I put up across the bottom to act as a windbreak for the scene setters. If I don't put that up, the scene setters, the slightest breeze, end up tearing loose off the staples. And they're buried underneath the partition walls and skins clear in the back. So I'm gonna have to go out and unbury them. Problem is, those stacks are buried by the stuff I pulled out of the shed yesterday. So I'm gonna have some monkeying around in the back to do before I can get to that point. Just taking a breather. I'm as far as I can go on partition walls. As you can see, there's a lot of them up. Part of that is photo hall, part of it's corn, and I actually have 2 more hallways to make out here on the driveway. Problem is I'm not ready to come out on the driveway until I've picked up my corn, so I cannot come out any further. It's actually going to line up with the wrought iron there and then go over to here, and that'll be the corn hall. And well, I would switch back in through here with a small mini courtyard right in here. I can't put these up until after we get all the corn picked up. And by then we'll be ready to put the tents up, so I'll have to do it then. So I can only get part of the corn hall done. But this section here and this section up to here is corn hall. Then they transition into the photo hall, which will wrap around. Mirror display there, and then another curtain right here, and they go into the Pirate. So now I'm as far as I can go out here. I need to get my windbreaks out, and I explained about the mess out in the backyard by the storage shed where they're stored. Okay, windbreaks are finished. And these panels are what I'm calling windbreak. All it is pressed paper. You get them in 4x8 sheets. I bought this stuff probably 6-7 years ago because I was having problems when I hung up my scene setters up here. The wind would come in from the back, rip the bottom loose, and when the bottom came loose, it would rip the top loose. And I was constantly having to come back out here every day and look for wind damage and staple the scene setters back up. It got annoying. So I put these windbreaks on. It keeps the wind from catching the scene setters from the bottom. The tops don't seem to, I don't have hardly any problems with the tops. So I don't need it up there. But anywhere where the wind could get in behind the scene setter, I put up a windbreak. Now over there, it's going to have foam panels just like those there for the witch's display. It really doesn't need it, but that's also an aisleway, and people do bump up against the wall, so I want a little bit of a backer there so they don't put their foot through the scene setter. So I put some up there. I could do the same thing along here. I've got enough old windbreaks to do it, but I really don't have to drag them through the maze. Those things are a pain in the butt to get through the photo gallery and part of the cornhole I got up. So I'm just gonna call it quits with that and call it good. Now I've got to clean up the mess I made out in the backyard, and I've got to get, if you can see that one panel there, I got full panels of that. I got to get out here. That's my photo gallery style. So I need to get those out here for the photo gallery, and I need to get in the attic and get the scene setters down to do the Pirates. So I'm going to take off and go do that. Different light tonight. So I'm a little brighter. It's after 9 o'clock, and I thought I'd better give you an update. Pirate display still looks the same as it did earlier when I showed it to you. What I've been working on is the photo hull. Now this pattern, these specific panels, I've kind of my favorites. These were the very first panels I ever carved. The very first pattern, very first panels. And I don't know, I've done quite a few different patterns. Some I like more than others, but I've always had a soft spot for this. The only problem I don't like is when I painted them. I used Martha Stewart paint. I got it down at Home Depot. God, that stuff is horrible. I painted these things 4 years ago, and as you can see, there's some white and stuff showing on it. That's because when you stack them, the paint will stick to things. When you touch them, they feel dry, but you let them sit for about a month, stacked, and they stick. And then when you peel them apart, they get all marked up. But we got all the photo haul done. Now I am going, because of the marking like that there, I am going to need to come back through here, and I'll get my paint sprayer out with my little paint spray, my little spray gun. That was what I was looking for, my little spray gun on it. And I'll come out here and I'll touch up the brown, I'll touch up the orange and stuff, and they'll look nice, crisp, and new. I also need to come in here, and that tent stake there needs to get moved over toward the side of the leg. As it is now, it's going to be a tripping hazard, especially if we spook some people. So still got a little bit more work in here, and the painting will probably take place in a couple of days. I'm not going to do it right away. I want to wait till I get the cornhole done. I've still got 12 panels of this pattern left, enough to get me around the corner and up to here. And I don't know whether I need to put them in or not. It depends on how much corn that we get. So I'm going to have to wait and see on that one. Back. Sorry, I had to turn the light off. Oh, jeez, I forgot to turn off the big kitty out there. I'll have to go back in and do that. But We basically got half the corn hull done there, those panels there, and we got the photo hull all laid out, and it's skinned, and we got the partition walls in the pirate display today, and the fencing up in the gypsy room. Long hard day. I deserve a goddamn cigar. You don't like my smoking? Hold your breath. But tomorrow I'm going to be focusing mainly on the pirate display. I've got to get it skinned, and there's some couple different treatments I'm going to try in there with the fishnet. So I'll probably be focusing on the pirate display only tomorrow up until about 4:30. I'm supposed to meet a friend. He's got a neighbor that has some corn, is the way my friend called it. I have no idea how much corn, and I've got a lead on another guy that has a whole bunch of corn. So about 4:30 we're going to go up and pick up what corn we can from my friend's neighbor, and then check out my other lead and see if I can get corn there. If I can't get the corn, if I can't get enough corn for the corn hull, we're going to have to cut it in half. Right now what we've got up out here is about half the corn hull. There's supposed to be 2 more rows, and I may end up having to cut it back some. My guests aren't going to like it because the corn hull, H-A-L-L, not H-O-L-E, corn hull. I get teased about that. But my guests love it. You know, last year they were raving about it. That was one of the. It'd actually be out the blacklight room last year. Usually it's a blacklight room, and a close second is the corn. And last year it was the corn and then the blacklight room. So I don't know, but we are making a little bit of progress. I am getting tired. And by the way, Jose, if you make it all the way through this vlog, and it should be semi-short, you should. I did sit down. Well, let me put it this way. Got notice that Hunter's Hangout was doing a special show tonight. And I posted, you know, I'm going to be out here building. You know, I'm not going to be able to watch it. Well, that wasn't exactly true. I did pop in about a half hour after it started and watched about 30 minutes of it. They were doing actors, Halloween actors, haunt actors. And they talked a little bit about everything. Makeup and scaring, and, you know, what do you do for a drunk and what have you. And it was a lot of great information. Love the people they had on. Oh God, they were so good. But I didn't watch all of it. I wanted to get back out here and get back to work. But I did catch some of the show Diablo. Barring that, and again, no Periscope tonight. I'm beat, and I gotta get this edited anyway. So with that, I think I'm gonna call it. And we'll see you guys in the morning. For a little bit at least. Do I have to go get corn? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the scarecrow will eat me while I'm out getting the corn. Who knows? But stay spooky and stay toxic on day 4.